What's up everyone, my name is ShadowVanish, and today we're going to be going through how every rogue should be building their artifact weapon, and how I find the most effective way of leveling from 100 to 110. So first, we're going to be going through subs artifact weapons. Me personally, I want to be leveling as a sub rogue because it just, in beta right now, it seems the most promising, but beta to like say 2 weeks from Legion, I could get screwed and it could be shit. So I want to be going through every artifact today. So first, I'm going to be going to get Gormaw's Bite. Every rogue starts off with it along with Shadowfangs. What Shadowfangs does, just 4% DPS increase. And what Gormaw's Bite does, it just gives you 3 combo points, energy over time, and it snares the target. So it's pretty good with a minute cooldown, I mean. And it's good. If you use the Shadow Blades, it gives you 4 combo points. So pretty much it just is a great combo point generator. So yeah. After that, I'm going to be going down to Fortune's Bite. What Fortune's Bite does, it just increase like Shadow Techniques. It has a chance to give you 2 combo points. It's okay, but the thing with Shadow Techniques, it triggers off your auto attacks. So pretty much it's RNG stacking. After that, I'm going for Embrace of Darkness, I mean. And what that does, every time you go stealth, it gives you a fucking absorb. It's pretty good because I found myself in situations in beta, if I'm say doing a fire mage where I forgot the dot they have, ignite I think. If it ticks down on you while you're in stealth, it won't take you out of stealth because just the fucking absorb power is awesome. And it pretty much stacks with your auto attack power, so yeah. After that, I'm going for Precision Strike. What that does, just more Shadow Strike damage. Then I'm going for Demon Kiss, Nightblade damage, and Finality. So what Finality does, it just empowers your next attacks. So say if you use Nightblade, it pretty much makes your next Nightblade do 20% more damage. But if you're using Nightblade with it, you want to wait for it to trigger down because it lasts like the buff lasts 30 seconds, so you don't have to worry about it. So just use Nightblade, wait for it to almost run out, use Nightblade again, and during that time you'll also probably get a stack of Eviscerate Finality, and pretty much you could just spam fucking Eviscerate. Not spam it, but use it as a filler. It'll do an insane amount of damage. I found my Eviscerate damage in arenas has been fucking insane. After that, I'm going for Energetic Stabbing. Pretty much what it does, Cheap Shot Shadow Strike have a chance to refund 50 energy. Woo. After that, Ghost Armor, more dodge, and Flickering Shadows. What that does, every time you sprint, and if you don't do damage or take damage in 3 seconds, you pretty much vanish, and it doesn't use the cooldown. It's pretty good for getting away, but I don't think it's good if you're trying to use it as an offensive cooldown. I'm sure people could cheese it though. And after that, you want to get the Backstab and Akari Soul. What Akari Soul does, it just does a fucking load of damage every time you cheap shot and Shadow Strike. So, as you can see, I haven't filled out my artifact, but what this is just my format of getting my first 2 traits, and I think before 20th, when everything comes live. Like, you could arena, raid, and I think you could do mythic pluses, but yeah. So, pretty much, if you haven't seen the post on MMO forums or picture on MMO Champion or some shit like that, it'll take 27 weeks to fill out Legion Blade, and it'll take 14 weeks to get every single trait. So, yeah, this is the way I'm going to be going, but I'm sure people will find a way to get it the way they like it. So after that, I'm going to be going for Cat-like Reflexes, immune to fall damage, and you have 15% more dodge, along with the 10% more dodge from Ghost Armor. So 25% more dodge. After that, I'm going to be getting Soul Shadows. What it does, increases duration of Shadow Blades by 10 seconds. Then Shadow Nova. It just does damage every time you leave stealth. A good amount of damage, to be honest. So, I have 2 traits left. I'm going to be going for Gut Ripper and Second Shuriken after. Second Shuriken's pretty garbage, so that's the one I'm not going to be worrying about at all. And for if you ever get relics, I say you would either go for Precision Strikes, Nightblade damage, or I don't know, like maybe Fortune's Bite. But the problem with that is it's just RNG on your RNG. So I'm not gonna be going for that, but I don't know. Alright, so next is Assassination. Assassination is actually the spec I went from loving to hating just because I noticed that I just liked Exsanguinate. After the Exsanguinate nerf, pretty much it nerfed the energy regeneration, and I just wasn't happy with it. But if I need to play it, I'll play it. So, let's go into King's Blade. Bane, I mean. What it does is pretty much every time your bleeds tick, you do mad nature damage, or poisons tick, you do mad nature damage. It's just insane. And if you stack a Exsanguinate, you actually could global someone. Then, Assassin's Blade. 15% more mutilate damage. After that, I'm going to be going down to the Toxic Blade route. Just more Envenom damage. Woo, too bad Envenom sucks dick. After that, Urge to Kill. What it does, it gives you full energy every time you Vendetta. Then Master Assassin. 30 seconds less cooldown off of Vendetta. 20% more damage every 30 seconds. After 1 minute and 30 seconds. It's good. After that, Gushing Winds, Rupture damage. And then, my first trait, Blood the Assassinated. In PvP, don't correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's 20% more rupture damage. Could be wrong. But say if it gets hot fixed to like just rupture just gets fucked, I'm probably gonna be going down the poison knives, then to surge toxins, serrated blades, then from the shadows. So yeah. But, as it is now, I'm going to be going from Master Alchemist to Blade Bag of Tricks. So pretty much what it does, your Venom has a chance to throw down a fucking poison vial. It oozes out, does AoE damage. So pretty much more Rupture and Venom damage. And from what I've seen with, I think, System Shock, it actually does a lot of damage. So after that, I'm actually going to be going the Poison Knife route. Poison Knives, I mean. And from the shadows, what that does, pretty much your Vendetta does damage. That's it. Then, I'm going to be going for Balanced Blades. Shadow Swiftness, what that does is pretty much you get Invasion, I mean, for 2 seconds every time you Shadow Step. So say if you're going against TSG or just a pure melee comp, if you know they're about to burst your Shadow Step, you Invasion for 2 seconds, so Mortal Strike is fucked, Colossal Smash, fucked. But you should probably pop Evasion as well, because it just helps. After that, I'm going to be going for Cloak, cooldown, and Sprint. So, as Assassination, as it is now, I'll probably be going for more bleed damage. So, 10% more Rupture, and crit on Rupture. So yeah, just go for the bleed spec for your relics. And I haven't really explained what relics do. So what relics do is it's pretty much you put it in, gives you an extra rank on a spell. So yeah, that's it. And in Legion, personally, I think everyone should be going to their order hall, putting in work orders for artifact knowledge. What artifact knowledge is, it just increases the rate you get artifact power, which is used to upgrade these. So yeah, this is pretty much Assassination. So let's go on to Outlaw. So Outlaw is actually the spec that I don't mind. A lot of people don't like it because of the RNG, but it's okay. So personally, RNG, like, Outlaw is just a spec, you either like it or you fucking hate it. Personally, I don't care. But as I've played it in skirms and live and beta, it can be fucking pretty annoying if you get the shittiest rolls. So Jolly Roger in a single grain melee, terrible. And what's even more triggering is when you get 2 and it's Jolly Roger and grain melee, but you still have to use it because it's better. So after that, I'm gonna be branching off to Fate's Thirst, down to Fatebringer, Ghostly Shell. And what Ghostly Shell does is it pretty much just heals you every time you cloak. And speaking of cloak, you can cloak the damage you take from Curse of Dreadblades. What Curse of Dreadblades does, every time you Saber Slash / Pistol Shot, you get pretty much max combo points. So it's pretty much like you mark for death, but every time you use the finisher, you lose 5% health. You could cloak the damage though. And Speaking of cloaking damage, your Roll the Bones has a chance to get this buff that gives you just like reduced cooldowns. So yeah, it counts for cloak, everything. You have that's a cooldown. So after that, I'm gonna be going for Greed. What it does a decent amount of damage and it heals. After that, I'm gonna be going down to Hidden Blade. Every time you ambush, you have a free Saber Slash. Awesome. After that, Blade Dancer. Although Blade Dancer's shit, sadly, because we don't fucking use Blade Flurry. After that, Fortune Strikes, just buffed our mastery. Black Powder, and Blur Time. What Blur Time does, says it there. During Adrenaline Rush, you pretty much have 50% more cooldown recovery. Awesome. Then Blade Master. Every time you riposte, say if a warrior's fucking you up, you just get a combo point, and it does damage to them. Woo. So from there, after that, as you see, we have 22, so we could just branch off. So I'm going to be going to get all these. So Fortune's Boon, Deception, Fortune Strikes, then Blunderbuss. Finally, get Gunslinger. For relics, honestly, you should probably be getting Fate's Thirst, or the pistol shot damage. I mean, gouge damage is good too, or Between the Eyes. Anything actually pretty good. I don't like Fortune Strikes because it's just relying on what? It's gonna give me 1 energy every time I fucking use like my mastery procs. What's whatever. I'm not worried about a fucking 1 energy increase. So yeah, that's it for the artifacts. As soon as you log in at 12 a.m. or 3 a.m. or if you just want to fucking take your chances and log in at the morning, hopefully servers aren't down like WAD, pretty much you're gonna be like met in Dalaran. You're gonna be going like to Dalaran if you did the Broken Shore quest. If you didn't, do it now. Don't wait for fucking expansion release. And yeah, once you get here, you're gonna pretty much be going to your class order hall. At your class order hall, you should be able to choose your spec. As a sub, what from I could remember, it's fairly fast. It takes like 10-15 minutes to do. It took me 15 minutes on my first run. I'm sure I could do it faster because I just still remember it. After that, you have Outlaw, I think takes like 15 to 20 minutes, and Assassination is 20 to 30 minutes because you have to go all the way from Blasted Lands, then you have to go to fucking... Alright, let's see. You go from the Blasted Lands, right? Into where Karazhan is, Duskwood. Then you go to Elwynn Forest and do that. It was actually complete AIDS. Took me 30 minutes to do. And after you get your artifact weapon, what I'm going to be doing with my friends is going to Stormheim. Once I'm at 102, I'm going to be going back to my order hall in Dalaran, and I'm just going to be doing the other 2 artifact weapons. Once you're at 102, you can unlock the other 2 artifact weapons, so do that. After that, I'm going to be going to Azsuna, and we're just going to be finishing up all the quests there, up to Val'sharah, and finally Highmountain. That's the one I'm not looking forward to at all. And finally, once you get 110, Suramar. I mean, it's not really, like, it's more for PvE people, but if you want to actually do the lore stuff, you could. So, yeah. At 110, you're going to be able to get something called Artifact Knowledge. What Artifact Knowledge does, it increases the rate you gain AP by Artifact Power. And what you do with Artifact Power is spend it on your fucking lovely artifact weapons. And for any of those who don't know how long it takes to get a fully upgraded weapon or all the traits, I'll tell you guys right now and post a lovely picture I found on MMO Champion. So, it takes 14 fucking weeks to get all your traits. So pretty much, nothing's balanced until then. Like, PvP's broken until you get everything of this. After that, it takes another 13 fucking weeks to get this fully upgraded. So yeah, what you do to get AP, pretty much what you do to get AP, you farm dungeons. So heroic dungeons, there's a daily that gives you a good amount. Then after that, you go to mythic dungeons. I'm gonna be doing that weekly. and I'm gonna be doing dailies in World, and finally Skirm, so I could level up my fucking PvP stuff. As a rogue, personally, without these, I feel like we're pretty much useless, or anything, honestly. You're pretty much useless without them, so level these as fast as you can. So hey guys, this is future me. I just wanted to edit this in real quick. So, and Legion, in summary, do not burn yourself out, because like I said, it'll take fucking months to get your shit. And by the time you do it, you might want to fucking kill yourself. It's really monotonous. And lastly, you could like and sub this to my channel, like the vid, show me some love. And Legion, I'm probably gonna be making a lot of guides actually, because there's a guide for literally every spec, and I want to be playing 3 classes. So far, I'm thinking about, of course, Rogue, Locke, and maybe Demon Hunter, not Demon Hunter, DK or Warrior, but I'm not sure. And yeah, so I'm gonna be streaming probably for 24 hours because I really want to hit 110 before Wednesday. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy the expansion, and see you guys. Hope this helped you guys out. See you.